Welcome to Online OHS Training Tutorials. In this tutorial, you will learn how to use the Hazardous Substances Register in the Online OHS system. The definition of a hazardous substance is a substance which has the potential through being used at work to harm the health or safety of persons in the workplace. Regulations state that the employer and each individual responsible for a workplace must identify all hazards to which a person may be exposed and assess those hazards for the potential risk of injury or harm to a person. OHS regulations also place an obligation on the employer to ensure that a register is kept and maintained of all hazardous substances kept and used at the employer's place of work. The register must provide information on details of all hazardous substances used in the workplace, the product's material safety data sheet, and the details of any assessment as carried out. This register must be available to all persons who are or might be exposed to a hazardous substance in the workplace. You need to identify and assess hazardous substances you may use in your workplace and enter them into the system. The risk assessment should give consideration to the following: identification of hazardous substances to which employees and visitors are to be exposed, the known health effects of exposure to that hazardous substance, the likelihood of injury or harm, the concentration and duration of exposure, procedures for safe use and handling, and the type of personal protective equipment to be used, and a review of the MSDS or Material Safety Data Sheet. It also should include responsibilities and accountabilities of the following personnel. The Online OHS system has been designed to help you meet your legal obligation in relating to hazardous substances. The Hazardous Substance Register can be found in the Risk Management section. The Hazardous Substance Register consists of the name of the substance, the site where it is located, the date the substance was added, the Material Safety Data Sheet that has been uploaded, the review date for the MSDS, and the view icon. This icon shows the data you have entered and the procedure you have built for this substance. You can edit this data at any time by selecting the Edit button, or deactivate the substance by selecting the Deactivate button. To add a new substance, select the Add New button. The chemical assessment form will appear. This form has been designed to help you identify chemical hazards, the handling and storage of the chemical, and the control measures needed. Enter the chemical name and relate it to a site or location. You can also add the hazards relating to this chemical, for an example, corrosive or toxic. When you undertake entering a chemical for the first time, this section will be blank. You add hazards by selecting the green plus sign. Once a hazard has been entered, it will appear every time you add a new chemical. By selecting the tick box, you can relate the hazard to the chemical. You can also enter the data from the Material Safety Data Sheet into the cells provided relating to storage and handling, or just enter as per MSDS sheet. The system also allows you to add control measures for the chemical, and again you can select the green plus sign and add a control measure. You can also upload the Material Safety Data Sheet into the system and make someone responsible for the review of this data entered and the Material Safety Data Sheet review. Select the Add Procedure link to develop a safe work procedure for this chemical, making sure to include any emergency procedures. You can build as many lines as you wish for this procedure. Once completed, you can select the chemical register link to see the completed entry. To download the MSDS, double-click on the PDF icon. And by selecting the View icon, you can see the data that you have just entered and developed. The end user can also access the data via the Site button. Now the end user at each site can obtain the MSDS within 3 clicks. A good idea is to develop checklists using the checklist builder found in the record management section for high-risk substances. And make sure to complete the process by using the induction builder to build an induction in the use of these hazardous substances identified. This way, the system will keep the record of the inductions to prove your duty of care in relation to chemical management. For more information, contact your local agent or go to www.onlinecompliance.com.au.